Hey Flosstube, it is Michelle McGraw from Made by Michelle McGraw. It is July 8th and this is Flosstube number 30. So I was supposed to put out a Flosstube last week and I ended up having to run the office the entire day on Thursday, which is a day that I've normally been filming on, so it just didn't happen last week. So sorry about that. And I got a lot of messages like, hey, when's your next Flosstube coming out? And that was so sweet. One of them was for my nephew who had his mother text me and asked when I was doing a Flosstube because apparently Grayson watches all of my Flosstubes. So hey Grayson. So there you go. Okay, I have a limited amount of time this morning. I have to go get my hair done, which is kind of a hot mess express today, but I am going to go get my hair colored and trimmed and all that good stuff. So I don't do much to it on those days that I'm going straight to see her. So I'm gonna try to do all this. I have more that I wanted to show you, but maybe I will do another mini Flosstube after this one. I don't know, we'll see. So I wanted to get into, first of all, giveaways. Let me do that. Okay, so last week I gave away the Heart in Hand Nativity, and Linda Lemon won that. So Linda, if you will get a hold of me, the chart will come to you. This week's giveaway is going to be Stars in the Sky by Hands On Design, and it's To the Beach series. So there's several patterns in this set that you can do. I think I ordered them all as a kit. I ended up deciding that I probably wouldn't do all of them, so I'm going to give away the charts that I'm not going to do and just save the ones that I am going to do. And then of course I will share those charts when I'm done with them as well. So all right, I have a ton of haul. I have a ton of works in progress. I have 2 finishes. Did I bring the other finish in here? Yes, I did. I remembered. I am so hot right now. It's hot in my house. I don't know why. All right, I'm gonna do haul first because I just had a lot of haul come in. Some of it was ordered like a long time ago. It just happened to hit because it's been so long since I've done a Flosstube. I'm gonna share that first. So, all right, some of my haul, I finally got my Land That I Love sampler from Teresa Koger. There is a sale going on with this right now. I know several people are doing it. I think it's something with Zoom sale. I'll have to look it up. They said it was like a Zoom group, but it was open to anybody. So if you want to just join and watch the progress, you could do that. I do have it kitted up except for fabric. So I have to pick out my fabric. I'm pretty sure I have something in my stash that will work. So I'll do that soon. So that should be a start soon. Okay, so I have a ton of floss and I'm going to do that because that seems to be the hardest. I got my May 2020 Primitive Neutral from Color and Cotton. And I love Color and Cotton. So if you don't get their thread of the month, grab it. And I think I've had this for a while and I just haven't shared it, that I actually get the Color and Cotton thread of the month. I'm gonna toss these on the ground because I have so many of these little packs. Okay, so there are several patterns, like the pandemic pattern that Long Dog put out, and people are trying to decide like what color scheme they want to do. I will say on a pattern, if I'm changing the colors, I don't always do it, but a really good bouncing point for me sometimes are these thread packs, and I get them from Fat Quarter Shop. This is Spring Tulips. This is Land That I Love, and the floss is in there. This is not their typical way that they package it. It's just kind of, they're really busy. So, and this is Summer Daisies. So I wanted to show those. These are actually not new. I've had these for a little bit, but I wanted to show you because there's some really, like, these colors all coordinate. So if you needed a bouncing point to start a project, sometimes these little thread packs could be helpful. They are to me sometimes. I mean, I don't always use them. I don't always use all of the colors that are in the thread pack if I'm totally doing something different with them, but it's a good starting point. So I hope that gave some people some ideas. Okay, and I am going to blame Katie at Katie Stitching, Katie Carney, for all of this. So this whole bag, I'm blaming you, Katie. This is the silk. It is milk paint colors. And this is silks from Kreinlich. And I ordered a bunch. There is another silk or two in here. So there is this Nor. This is a silken pearl. This came from Thread Gatherers, and it came in a set. It is a little different because you don't separate this out, but I kind of threw it in here because I was thinking of doing a pattern, and I was like, well, this is a good bouncing place. I ended up not going with that color scheme, but I do have them. I think this would be really pretty in a Quaker. All those colors, wouldn't that be beautiful? Just an idea. All right, so I have been on a silk kit, and I have tons of silk that came in, and it has been on my desk for a little while, and then some of it's new, and so I didn't buy this all right now. Okay, so this is from Hand Dyed by Rolanda, and she is out of Canada, but I will tell you that my floss shipped extremely quick. Extremely quick. And I just got some thread packs. I ordered several different, these two are different. This is a more purple tone, this is more pink. These are more variegated, that you can see the variegation. They all have some variegation, but this was, I think, deeper. This is really pretty autumn colors. So then you mix that with this. Look how pretty those are. That would make such a beautiful sampler. Okay, these are more Kreinlich French silk, and I do not remember where I bought these from. And it doesn't tell me. It came in these cases, and it was color families. So like, here's some neutrals. Here is some grays. And here is some like oranges and yellows. So I will add those into the pile. Obviously, you can see I am obsessed with silks right now. I've not stitched that much with silks. I'm just learning. I will show you my favorite silk in just a little bit. These are Hand Dyed by Rolanda. This was a special pack that she had. I bought 2 of them, and they had all those colors in it, and I just thought they were so pretty. Okay, so I think you call these Belle Swap silks from Classic Color Works. These are some of my favorite. So I love the silks. I got a variety of reds, and this does not include my favorite red. So I just want to show you some of the colors, and I'm out of fingers, so I can't. So there are some different reds. Let me do some more. They're really, really pretty. I have stitched with this silk, and I really, really like it. So I just ordered a variety to find out what red I wanted, and then I was able to find my red that I wanted to use for a couple samplers. This is also May. This is all colors from Color and Cotton that I get. I do 2 clubs. And so those are kind of green and a rust. Very pretty. If you've not tried Color and Cotton Floss, I highly recommend it. I enjoy it. I like stitching with it. And I love their skeins. Their colors are just beautiful. Okay, so let's see here. This is more floss that I got from a pack. This is not Silks. This is Classic Colorworks. I know this is 12 grain, and I don't know what the other color is. It's a red. I don't know what the other color is. Okay, so some of my haul. This is going with a sampler that I'm using, that I'm actually using it for 2 samplers, is Tulip. So this is one of my favorite colors, and I wanted to try to put a couple skeins here so maybe you could see it. I shouldn't tell y'all this because then y'all are gonna buy it and I'm not gonna be able to find Tulip. Don't buy Tulip. All right. So it's not showing up well here. The color ranges from a dark, and then you can see there's a bright in there. It's not, I'm not getting good color today. This is my favorite red. I am using this on a sampler paired with, and I'll just put both of them up there, Strawberry Shortcake. So Strawberry Shortcake is a pink, but I will show you my sampler that I'm using it on, and I love it. And I bought several because I have 2 samplers using Tulip. And then you can kind of see that Strawberry Shortcake peeking in there. So as you can see, I love this silk. It's so soft, so nice to stitch with. All right, one more floss pack. This is from Thread Gatherers. This is not a floss pack. I just ordered this. This is Boys River Special Edition. And I thought this was beautiful. So I ordered it. Is that not gorgeous? I would like to do a Quaker in this. So pretty. So I ordered that and that came in. Okay, just trying to get those things out of my way. I did get my June Fabric of the Month Club. Color and Cotton has been a little behind. I got in one club, which I get neutral, I get the Lugana 28 count. And this, it doesn't have a name because I don't think their Fabric of the Month gets a name. It's kind of a purpley gray is what I would call it. Very pretty. And then I got a 36 count linen. And that's very pretty. I liked both of those. All right, I did get some more fabric. I got some more 25 count Lugana Vintage Country Mocha because I am obsessed with Lugana lately. I just am loving it. I like the feel. I like the texture of Lugana. So I had to get some more. And then I got some 32 count Vintage Country Mocha Lugana. Because why not? I also got, and those are yards. So I can either use them for a big project or I can cut them up. I can also got 28 count Earthen Lugana, which this color I did not expect. It's a more pinky neutral. Maybe there. It's very pretty though. So that'll be a nice, you know, something different. It's very different than what I have. So nothing wrong with that. And then I got from 123 Stitch, which I think most of those were from 123 Stitch. This is 28 count Diva from Picture This Plus. I got a yard of it. I have a project in mind for this, so wanted to try that. Okay, I'm gonna go through some charts that I've gotten, and some of these are off Stash Unload. So how am I doing on time? Okay, I'm good. Quaker samplings from With My Needle. That was off of Stash and Load. Quaker Handiwork from With Thy Needle and Thread. So pretty. This is Rosewood Manor Medallions. This is Quaker Virtues by Bygone Stitches. And this is huge. How big is this? 400 by 320 stitches. That's big. Very pretty though. Quaker Work Tray with Chelsea and Me. Very, very pretty. Grace Quaker Sampler from Sampler Cove. As you can see, I've been buying Quakers because I'm obsessed. This is Stitchy Box Samplers Sarah Moon 1791. And this is Stitchy Box Samplers, the companion to Beatrice Potter. Very pretty. Then I got some charts. I'll show that all together. Let me keep going. All Things Be Exceedingly Diligent from Needlework Press, and I will show you the chart. The chart is this. Very cute. I got July 4th by Shannon Christine Designs. Of course, I like anything with a truck. So cute. And you could even break this truck out by itself if you wanted to. That would make a cute Christmas ornament. And you could leave the flag off if you wanted to. So cute. And I got Stars and Stripes from Shannon Christine as well. And I wanted to show all those kits together. I got American Flag Quilt Sampler. I actually really, really like this, but I want to change the colors. So it's really pretty. And it says One Nation Under God. No, yeah, one nation under God, justice for all. And I love that. I think it can be brighter. So I'll probably do some color changes. I think Rosewood Manor is one of those charts that kind of gives you some colors, but then in the directions it'll say, be creative. And I love that. Okay, we're getting to the bottom of my stash. Indigo Lane by Brenda Gervais. That is so pretty. I probably won't change a single color because it's beautiful. I love those blues. I got, and I can't remember if I got this as a kit. I really don't know. I got some fabric. Carriage House Matters Choice. And then there's some floss in there. But I don't know that I ordered that together. I don't remember. It happens. Okay, these are some kits that I got from it is a company out of out of Canada. I will have to look at my receipt. It is Ragamuffin No. 3 Hannah Sampler, a silver needle exclusive by Shakespeare's Peddler. And I thought that was so pretty. This is Mercy Goodhart's Sampler by Shakespeare Peddler. Otis, leave those alone. One of my dogs is down here on the floss, and I'm like, Okay, this is G Ledger 1898, which is why I actually bought the other charts. I think that is so pretty, so different than anything I've done. But this is the chart I'm actually going to start. And it's Louis Leterrier, 1901. Somebody correct me because I'm probably wrong. And I love this. It's very busy. It's something like I've never done. It's very French. The word went out of my mind. English. It's not working with me today. But you've got a church. You've got a donkey, a dog, chickens, a little house. It is so pretty. I bought the silks to go with it. I can't wait to start this. I don't know if I'm going to start this now or if I'm going to start this in Sampler September. We'll see. And then I got Oh Maria, or Oh Marie. I always think of Ave Maria when I look at this chart, and I've been wanting it, and I bought it, and it's so pretty. And I got the silks too. Okay, so that is my ridiculous amount of haul. Yeah, I had a lot to show on that. That I kept thinking, when I was pulling, I was like, oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. It's not that bad when like a package comes in at a time. Now, some of the floss I've had on my desk, I just wanted to share it. And then some of it I had ordered a while and it finally came in. All right, so I have two finishes, and my first finish is Baby Yoda from Good Morning Maui. I love this. This was for my Jolly July, which is making ornaments, and this is an ornament for one of my kids. Who doesn't like Baby Yoda? The pattern is from Good Morning Maui on Etsy. It's actually called Baby Alien now. So she changed the name. Look how cute he is. So I will not finish him for a little while. I did him on a scrap piece of Ada. It's got a little blue hue. You can't really tell that well. I guess that, there you go. I did it on a scrap piece. I will finish all the ornaments together. So right now I'm just stitching them. I'm not finishing them. All right, my second finish, and I need to go in and put my name on here. I left the author's name out. I'm gonna put my name in the spot. I will show it, and then I will show you where my name is gonna go. That's gonna be done this afternoon. So this is the Secret Garden Sal from Stitching Book Club. It is so pretty. I love it. I'm so glad she made it into a door. She gave a template to make a frame door. The author's name goes down here. I'm actually gonna put my name and the year since I did that. I love this. This was a very fun stitch. I am not a flower person. So if I had seen this pattern, it's not something I would have picked out for myself, but I really, really enjoyed stitching the flowers. So maybe I'm a flower person, I don't know. It was so much fun though. Those birds, it's just perfect. It's just perfect. We read The Secret Garden, and then this was the stitch along. So I am thrilled to have that done. I actually think I'm going to probably take it to my local LNS, which is Stitch and Frame in Rock Hill, South Carolina, and I'm gonna ask them to cut the mat for me into a arched doorway. All right, so now we are to WIPs. How am I doing on time? I am good on time, because I am not missing my hair appointment, just so you know. Not gonna miss it. All right, I'm gonna show you my latest, the one that I was working on last night, because I have the pattern right here. This pattern, let me get actually the name. It's called Sampler Through the Stones. Okay, so this is a bad picture because it is cutting off the top, and this I printed out off of Etsy. The pattern actually doesn't come with a cover page, but I wanted to be able to show it so you could see there is a border, there is more of an alphabet here. You just can't see it on this picture. This pattern is not available in her site right now on Etsy. It says sold out. I am sure if you contact her, you could get it. I will put down, it will probably be tomorrow before I link the stuff down in the comment box. So if you are interested, you can send me a message and I totally can give you the name on Etsy before then. It's not a big deal. Very, very cute. I love this. I love the classic sampler feel with the Outlander twist. So you've got the stones, you've got Broctura, you've got the how. I love everything about this. It's so fun. I am going to omit the snakes. I am not putting the snakes on here. We are a house that does not like snakes. So I have a couple of ideas of something else that I'm going to put here and I haven't decided. I wanted to stitch all the pieces around it and then decide what I wanted to put in that space. So here is my progress so far. I have worked totally across the top. I am starting to fill in the flowers in the border and working on the alphabet more. Let me go closer up so you can see. The colors are beautiful. They are simply, and they're not even showing up that nicely on camera. Like this is a very bright blue. They're not showing up well, but it is beautiful. This is one of the family crest seals that I've started to work on. It's a big element, so I'm kind of working on it and going away, working on it, going away. I'm filling in the flowers. I have more flowers to fill in. I have another cat to put. I gotta pull, take the frame down. I really enjoy stitching on this. It's a lot of fun. I really, really like that sampler. All right, I'm gonna go through my whips. That was a whip too, but I'm gonna go through more of them. This is the anniversary from Lila's Studio. I always get a lot of comments on this one that it's not one that's seen very often. It's really pretty. I really like it. I am using the DMC. So I did not have the fancy floss when I started this. I think it looks pretty with the DMC too. So I worked more on this fence. I had more of his pants done and I had to rip it out. So I have a little error in there and I ripped it out and I'm going back to fix it. Well, I'm fixing it. It's all ripped out now, but I got, counting hard. I've started down here on the frame. I love this one. And I'm doing that one for my husband and I's anniversary that was in March. I started it in March and I'm just enjoying that. I like that material a lot. And it is a week's linen. I don't mind it. I really like stitching on it. I love the gingham pattern on it. All right. Next one. This is a sal that I'm doing with Janet Jabber, and this is Yonder Sal. And I have done some work, Janet. So, okay, my hair's all over the place. All right. Yonder Sal from Hello from Liz Matthews. I love this. I've told you all the story of why I'm doing this because my husband's directions, and I'm going to just take this out of the hoop because it doesn't look great when I show when it's over the hoop. All right, so I am still working on the border, but I went down and started the grass on the bottom. So I'm working on it. I really like this one as well. It's a very fun stitch. I took that to work one day and did a little bit more. I need to work on it a little more. Okay. I did work on Visit Mordor. So this is from Country Magic Stitch on Etsy. And this is part of her vintage travel posters that I love. And I'm not going to take this one out of the hoop because it is a pain in the butt to get it back in the hoop because it's such a stiff Aida. This is done on 14 count Aida. And I'm on page 3, so I can unroll it up here. I'm on page 3. So I finished more of this dark gray, brought it down. I've started the word. I'm working on it. This needs to go to work with me another day and put a lot of stitches in. So, but I'm determined. I'm going to finish this one soon. So hopefully before I go back down to my LNS, I can take that one and get it framed. Okay, I have one more in my to-go bag that I've been taking. Let me get the, okay, so this is another ornament that I'm doing, and it is Tiger King from Good Morning Maui. My middle son thinks it's hysterical. It's a hot mess express. So this is one of his silly ornaments that he'll get. And this is my progress. So I just have a little bit more. I have to do his pants. I have to do a lot of back stitching on the tiger, eyes, but it won't take that long to finish him. So then I have some Star Wars ones of Good Morning Maui that I'm going to be pairing up and doing. I also am going to be doing my children's names in these plaid alphabets. So they're going to get their silly, you know, whatever they want, like Tiger King, Baby Yoda. Ugh, the plastic got caught in the bag. This is Plaid Alphabet by Stitching Mama. And I'm going to do my kids' names for an ornament as well. So each of them will have their name. So I have that in my to-go bag, and I just have a bunch of pieces of Aida in there that I can grab and work on it. All right, next one. This is, I have to show you this fabric. This is a bag from So Much to Love. And is this bag not to die for? Like, look at that. I loved it. Yes, I make my own project bags, but when I see amazing fabric and So Much to Love, her bags are so well made, beyond well made. So I had to get that one. All right, I am doing, this is a new start, ABC Tapestry from Rosewood Manor. Now, it's all alphabets, and each block, let me show you a picture on the back because it's easier to see. Each block has items in that block that start with the letter. So I am doing Our Last Name, which obviously is McGraw. I am using the Aurifil, this was like a collection box from Fat Quarter Shop. I don't know why they use this on the front because the colors aren't anything like that. So they're like blues, yellows, orange, and browns. Very, very pretty. This is what I'm using. And this is my start. So this is the M. So it does have specialty stitches. I think this is I'm going to tell you wrong, so I'm going to look at it. It is an it's an eyelet stitch. There you go. So it has, those will go all the way around each and every block. So they are kind of fun to do. And then I'm doing Our Last Name. Lots of fabric. So I really like this. I had a strip, a sample. I was gonna do it as a bell pull, so I was gonna do vertically rather than horizontally, But then I looked around in my house and I have more room horizontally than I do vertically. So I thought, I'm gonna do it horizontally. That was my deciding factor. So that was kind of a new fun start that I've done. All right, trying to put all those back in. All right, I have worked on Token of Love. Let me get my, here is the pattern from With Thy Needle and Thread. I am not doing it 1/1 on 28 count, which is what you have to do to fit it in this box. I am not. I think this is 18 count, just Ada. I think this is Picture This Plus Fog. So I worked a little bit more on it, not too much, but I'm working on this right here. It's very, very pretty though. I really like that. And of course I'm putting my husband and I's initials on it and our wedding date, which I worked on. That got one night of work on it. But at least I touched it. Okay. So after 4th of July, I put any like really, really summery patterns away. They're not gone. They're not in a hole, but they're not in my IKEA cart, which is where I keep all my WIPs, that I can just go over there and grab it out. So I brought out my Halloween and fall charts that I've had, my WIPs that I have. So this one is Little Quaker Halloween. This was a free pattern from Aurifil. It's on their website, so I can show it to you. It's really cute, Little Quaker. And I worked, I'm gonna take this out of the frame as well. I worked more on this. So I just have a little bit more to go down here and to fill in here, this little motif here, and then I can move over, and there's not that much left. So like I literally have this section right here to do. So I don't have that much more to do. I just picked floss that I had in stash and worked it. I am using Fabric Flare whitewash board. I don't know that that was the best idea because you don't see enough of it, but it's what I picked at the time. It's a WIP that I'm pulling back out. Hopefully I can get it finished before I put it back up again. Hopefully it comes off the shelf because it doesn't really have that much more that I need. I worked on that just for a little bit this week. Okay, this is even smaller than I worked on, but I haven't shown it in a while. This is Away We Ride by Blackbird's Designs, and I love this. So this is my progress. I am doing this on a Joblin. I am not sure what count this is. My only problem is this is making me very anxious. I don't have much border here. I do think it's enough for framing, but I didn't leave myself a lot of border. I like 3 inches of border on all sides, just in case. And for whatever reason, I didn't leave myself much room. I'm not very happy with that, and it's kind of making me anxious, so I put it away. But I think I'll continue because I really like the color of the fabric. Okay, this is, I just have a couple more charts or WIPs to show. So some of my stash is in here because I bought the silks for Ann Roberts. So they came in. I had previously started Ann Roberts, and I've told you guys how much I love this chart. My maiden name is Roberts. My family is from Wales. She was Welsh. I love this. I had originally started this on Ada with DMC, and I changed up some things. I changed up this over here, the color here. This is one pattern that I wasn't loving. I wasn't loving the DMC conversion. And that's odd for me because normally I think Hands Across the Sea does a fantastic job. But this just was not cutting it for me. I kept looking at it, and it just wasn't right. I did a restart. I said, you know what? I'm going to do a restart. I restarted it on linen. This is a linen from my stash. I'm not even sure if I know the name of it. Let me see. Not sure if I have that. I'm looking in my notebook because I do keep everything in there, but I'm not sure that I have. Okay, I restarted it with 32 count Weeks Dye Works linen, and it's called, the color is called linen. So as you can see, this is much better. Much, much better. I am much happier than this. This is more muted with the silks, the called for silks. This is bolder. And as you can see, I'm just much happier with it. So I restarted that. I am loving it now. That will get a finish. And I was waiting on the silks to restart it because I just kept looking at it. And you know, if you don't love it, you have to restart it. Like you why finish a project that you're not in love with? So this is too much to pick out. I am going to cut this part out. I already cut into this fabric for something else. So it had more over here and I cut some off for something. So I'm going to cut that up and put that back in my stash. Okay, so this is a project that I worked on, but then it's gone on the shelf because it's a very, very summery project. It went on the shelf. Like I said, I might just decide I need something bright and go on my shelf and grab something. But for now, I need to focus on some of my fall ones to see if I can get those ready for fall. So this is Annie B's Folk Art, God Save the Queen. I have showed this before, but I've done more work, and this is where I'm at. So this fabric is from Primitive Hair, this linen, and I'm loving it. So that went on the shelf. Like I said, I may revisit it sooner than later, but for now, it's out of my daily whips for now. All right, this is my last, ouch, something poked my hand. That didn't feel good. This is my last whip that I'm gonna show that I worked on. And let me just show some of the patterns that I used. So this is my family heritage sampler. And I have restarted this. This is the sampler that I am using, the Belsois, I think that's how you say it, the Tulip and Strawberry Shortcake. I am doing it on Vintage Country Mocha, Lugana 25 count. And I also wanted to do it more in a Quaker style. A Quaker with a twist. I am using bits and pieces of charts on this sampler. If you haven't heard me talk about it, it's going to be our life on this sampler. I'm going to use charts that I have. I'm going to tailor them and mix and match. We're going to see how it turns out. This is Keziah Campbell 1796, and I am using the border. I loved the border on that, so I am using the border. Isn't it beautiful? I love it. I love that it's kind of geometric, so it goes with the Quaker. Okay. I also used a Quaker motif. I used the box from Stitchy Box Samplers Athwork School Motif Pattern Book. I used the box from in here. So that's where I got my dimensions here. I've already put the pattern away. The church is the same church that I had used before. This is a restart, so I had restarted it I'm doing a red work. I use the same church. It is To Have and to Hold from Country Cottage Needleworks. I just did it in red with a little bit of pink on the roof. I left the doors blank and the arch blank. The alphabet that I used up here for me and my husband is from 101 Alphabets of Rosewood Manor. I just picked an alphabet out of there that I loved. And this To Have and to Hold was from the pattern, the church pattern, and then it also came that you could personalize it with the date. So that is block 1 done. I have to think about my other blocks now. So I want to put something about our honeymoon, because we went on a cruise. I want to put something about our dog that we first owned. I want to put my kids' births on here, trips, stuff like that. So this was the first block I wanted to get done. Now I need to think about my other blocks. It will probably be our honeymoon next, is what I'm thinking. That plan could change. I might come up with a great idea and change it up. I have not gotten rid of my other family heritage sampler. It's just on the shelf, but I really like the idea of doing it in red work and doing it in a more Quaker style for me. So that's what I changed to. So I am doing excellent on time. I'm under 46 minutes. I need to change out my cross stitch boards. So I'm going to probably share that with you guys next week, or in 2 weeks. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a mini one and I'll change out my cross stitch boards in a week and show you like some progress. I don't know. Well, I'll just have to see on time. It's kind of a funky time right now. You know, we had the 4th of July. We had, you know, employees were taking vacations and stuff like that. So it's an odd time. So I'll just have to see what my time frame works. I did want to say thank you so much to all my viewers. Thank you for all my likes and comments. I read every single one. I try to interact. I love Flosstube. I love the stitching community, and it brings me a lot of joy to come in and see these comments. And I've even had comments on, I bought a pattern last night on Instagram. The lady posted it on her Instagram page. I saw it. I was like, oh my gosh, is it still available? It's the Monopoly board. I am thrilled because I've always wanted to do the Monopoly board, and that pattern is like, you can't find it. So she had the pattern, and there had been a couple comments and stuff, and I commented on there like, is it still available? Because nobody had technically claimed it yet. And she's like, yeah, it is. And I was like, me? So we were chatting back and forth. She sent me an invoice and I paid it and all that. And she's like, I'm going to mail it out tomorrow. I'm like, fantastic. And then she's like, and I love your floss tubes. And how sweet is that? Like, I have gotten a couple messages like, hey, I miss you on Flosstube. And I'm like, I'm coming, I promise. But those are so, so nice to have that feedback and to have that interaction with people. So thank you so much. I've just really enjoyed it. I really have. I feel like there was something else I was going to tell you guys, and I don't remember what it is. I think I am participating in Sampler September, which means the month of September, I will be working on my samplers. Only samplers. You know what I say about plans, because you know that I don't follow my own rules very often. Okay, this shirt keeps creeping down. I'm gonna have to change my shirt before in just a minute. But anyhow, I'm gonna do samplers September. I don't want to start tons of samplers because I do have a lot of samplers already going. But I might pick out 2 or 3 of my favorite samplers that I have kitted up and decide to start them. But I'm not gonna do tons. I might change and say I'm gonna start a new sampler every day in Sampler September. That'd be kind of fun too. Kind of crazy, but that would be kind of fun too. I don't know. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see what I feel like when it comes around. I do want to finish the boys' ornaments in July. That's my goal, to get at least the majority of them done. So I have more Star Wars ornaments I want to do, and then I have their names in plaid that I want to do. So I want to get those done so that I can just sit down and finish them all in one session. So I'm 2 in. I need 1 more at least, and then I had some requests for some other ones, so they may get 2 or 3 ornaments a piece. The idea is that I do the boys an ornament every year, and then they can take the ornaments when they have their own tree and put them on their tree. So for now, they're on our tree, but they will eventually go to their new homes when my children leave. I don't know when that's going to be. And I ask, when will that be? Not for my younger 2 are 15 and 13, but my older is 20. He's actually starting to get the permits for him to build his house. So he'll actually be leaving sooner than later, but not quite yet. Building doesn't happen overnight, as we all know. So, all right. I hope that covered everything that I wanted. If you have any questions, send me a comment. And thank you, everybody, and I will see you soon. Stay safe and happy stitching.